All right, today we're going to take a look at a different strategy for doing a whole number being divided by a decimal number. So, just like when we had multiplication being repeated addition, division could be also thought about as repeated subtraction. So that's one way we could do this, and I'm going to show you what it would look like. So my first problem I have here is 3 being divided by 5/10. So what we would do for repeated subtraction is I'm just going to go ahead and do 3 and then I'm going to take away my decimal number. Okay, so I can add this in if that makes life easier for you. When I subtract, I'll need to borrow there. 10 minus 5 is 5, and I have 2. Okay, bring my decimal point straight down for addition and subtraction. So there we go. I've got 2 and 5/10. So that was one group I took away. Now I can take away another group. So do my subtraction again, 0. All right, that was the second time I took one away. I can do my subtraction again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep doing the same process over and over again until I only have 0 left, until they're all gone. So I've got 1.5. All right, taking away another 5/10 drops me down to 1. I ran out of room this way, so I'm going to move it up here. So I've got 1. I'm going to take away 5/10. That leaves me with 5/10. That was the 5th time I've done it, and now I can do it one last time. When I take it away here, I've got 0 left over, and I was able to do it 6 times. So there are 6 groups of 5/10 inside of 3. So 3 divided by 5/10. There are 6 groups in there. That's how I could do it. Okay, and we could take a look at another one. So on this next one, I've got 7 being divided by 3,500. So I'm going to look to see how many groups of 3,500s are in 7. That's what division is. So we're going to use the same strategy we just took a look at. We're going to go ahead and we're going to use repeated subtraction. So I've got 7, and I'll add in my 2 decimal points there because I know you guys like to have something there. And when I subtract 3,500s, all right. So I can't hit borrow there. So let's see, we'll go across 6, that's 10, 9, that's 10. All right, so subtracting, this becomes 5, 6, and 6. 6 and 6,500s. Now all I'm going to do is continue to do this over and over and over again. Subtract 3,500s over and over again. So subtracting 0, 3, and 6. Now if you notice, the biggest problem that I have with this strategy is that this is time consuming. I'm going to be subtracting for a while because I have very large numbers that we're using here. So 5, that's 12, 10. So 5, 9. So I've got 5 9,500ths. In fact, taking a look at it, I'm not even going to be able to fit this all on one single board. That's how long this is going to take me to do. And I'm doing it over and over and over again. So, will this strategy work? Sure. But if you take a look, I've already done it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. I've done it 5 times so far, so I've already taken away 5 groups of 3,500ths. And looking at it, I'm not even halfway done. I'm not even halfway through. So yes, this will work, but this strategy is very time consuming. So our first original strategy that we saw worked well. This strategy, although it will work for every number, it works best when you're working with a small number, or if you have a large number, you're taking away big chunks of it at a time. Otherwise, be prepared to be here for a long time. So all right, and since this is a video not having to make you watch the whole thing, edited some of this out, you can take a look and see just exactly how much work this actually was doing it. Now it did work. I was able to subtract 3,500s over and over again, and I found that there were 20 groups of 3,500s in 7. So that takes me all the way back to the very beginning. 7 being divided by 3,500s equals 20. That is a lot of steps for repeated subtraction. But that makes sense because the whole reason we started doing multiplication instead of repeated addition is because it's so many steps. The same is true for repeated subtraction. With large numbers, it's a lot of steps. So tomorrow we'll look at other strategies as well.